There's a vegetable in your fridge right now, one you've always trusted, eaten for decades. Doctors praised it. Magazines called it a superfood. But after 60, even the best foods can become risky, depending on when, how, and what your body has become. You may feel fine, but inside things have shifted. Your kidneys no longer filter as efficiently. Your cells hold less water. Your blood naturally thickens. The tiny vessels in your brain, the ones thinner than a strand of hair, become more fragile with age. And at night, while your body sleeps, blood flow slows, hydration drops, and those vessels must fight to stay open. Let me tell you about Susan. She's 72, retired school teacher. She walks every morning, takes her meds, eats clean. One evening, she made a fresh salad. No sugar, no snacks. Just a light dinner, feeling proud. By morning, she couldn't speak. Her right side was numb. Her husband thought she was just tired until she collapsed. A silent stroke had crept in overnight. No chest pain, no warning, just a well-meaning dinner that didn't suit her aging system. She didn't smoke, she didn't eat junk. She just trusted a vegetable that no longer worked for her, changing blood, changing vessels, and changing cells. Here's the truth. After 60, the rules shift. The foods that once healed can now hurt if we don't adjust with them. In this video, I'll show you 7 vegetables that could silently raise your stroke risk overnight, and what to eat instead to keep your brain sharp, your heart strong, and your independence intact. Spinach, the green that cuts like a knife. You've been told spinach is one of the healthiest foods on earth, rich in fiber, full of iron, praised for its antioxidants. But for those over 60, spinach isn't just about nutrients anymore. It's about timing, chemistry, and how your aging blood reacts. Here's why. Spinach is loaded with oxalates. On their own, oxalates are just plant compounds. But when they meet calcium, especially from supplements or vitamin D3, they bond. They form tiny, razor-like crystals. Too small to feel, but sharp enough to matter. In younger bodies, fast blood flow and flexible vessels flush these crystals out. But after 60, your body slows down. Your cells hold less water. Your kidneys filter less efficiently. And your blood, especially at night, thickens ever so slightly, making those crystals more likely to stick. Where do they go? The smallest vessels, deep in your brain, the ones thinner than a strand of hair, a perfect place for silent blockages to form. No warning, no pain, just a slow starve of oxygen. Over time, this microclogging raises your risk of stroke without a single headline symptom. What can you do? Move your spinach to lunchtime. Don't pair it with calcium or D3 supplements. Drink water, more than you think you need, and give your body the daylight and flow it needs to do its job. Your brain's not fragile, but it is delicate, and it's counting on you to protect its smallest roads. Broccoli, the friend that fights your meds. You've heard it again and again. Broccoli is good for your heart. And that's true. It's packed with fiber, antioxidants, and compounds that help fight inflammation and even cancer. But for seniors on medication, broccoli has a hidden side few doctors mention. It's rich in vitamin K, a nutrient that helps your blood clot and heal. But if you're over 60, chances are you're on blood thinners like warfarin or aspirin. And here's the problem. Vitamin K doesn't just support clotting, it competes with your medication. Imagine your blood as a river. The medication keeps it flowing just right, not too fast, not too thick. But when you suddenly flood your body with extra vitamin K, that river stiffens. The current changes. It becomes harder to predict and control. One day your blood is too thin. The next, it's too thick. Your brain can't afford that guessing game. This isn't about banning broccoli. It's about giving your body rhythm. Your medication is timed. Your blood is balanced. So your meals must be too. If you eat broccoli, eat it regularly. Not once in a while, not in bursts. Let your doctor know. Let your plate stay steady. Broccoli isn't dangerous, but in an aging system, consistency is everything. Carrots, sweet but spiky. Carrots seem harmless. You dip them in hummus, toss them in salads, or crunch on them as a bedtime snack. They feel light, natural, safe. But after 60, even something as innocent as a raw carrot can cause a cascade inside your body, one you never feel coming. Here's why. Raw carrots have a moderate glycemic load. Eaten alone, especially in the evening or on an empty stomach, they send a wave of natural sugars into your bloodstream. Your pancreas responds with insulin to balance things out. But while you sleep, your metabolism slows. Your body burns less glucose. that sugar wave drops fast. The brain senses danger, low fuel. In panic, your adrenal glands release cortisol and adrenaline, two stress hormones designed for survival. They constrict blood vessels, raise heart rate, and spike blood pressure. In a younger body, this roller coaster might pass unnoticed. But in an aging system, already managing medications, thinner vessel walls, and slower repair, it can be the perfect storm for a nighttime stroke. The solution? Don't ban carrots. Just time them right. Enjoy them earlier in the day. Always pair with protein or fat, like hummus, egg, or tofu, to slow sugar absorption. Avoid eating them solo near bedtime. Your brain thrives on stability, not sugar swings. And your nights deserve stillness, not storms. Romaine, the hydration thief. It sounds perfect. A light romaine salad for dinner. No fat, no sugar, just crisp greens to end the day. But after 60, even this clean choice can quietly raise your stroke risk. Romaine lettuce has a natural diuretic effect. It gently signals your kidneys to release more fluid, a harmless process on its own. But combine that with blood pressure medication, which often does the same thing, and suddenly your system may lose more water than it should. At night, your body shifts into repair mode. Blood circulation slows. Cells rehydrate, but if you're already low on fluid, your blood thickens. Less plasma, more concentration. That thickness, what doctors call viscosity, turns your bloodstream into syrup. And thick blood? It's harder to push. It clots faster. It puts pressure on your heart. For seniors already managing arterial narrowing or silent plaque, this is a dangerous equation. You might not feel it, just a bit of dizziness getting out of bed. But it could be your brain asking for oxygen it didn't get. The fix is simple. Eat romaine at lunch, not dinner. Pair it with hydrating foods like cucumber or berries. If eaten at night, drink extra water before bed. Your blood needs more than clean. It needs flow. And flow begins with fluid. Onion. A slice too far. A little raw onion in your salad seems harmless, even healthy. It adds crunch, flavor, and color. But after 60, that sharp slice might quietly throw your blood pressure and your brain off balance. Here's why. Raw onions are high in quercetin, a plant flavonoid praised for its ability to relax blood vessels. Normally, that's a heart-friendly effect. But combine it with blood pressure medications, especially at night, and you may drop too low, too fast. At night, your nervous system shifts into rest mode. Heart rate slows, vessel tone relaxes. If quercetin adds another layer of dilation, your brain may not get enough oxygen-rich blood. The body tries to fix this. It constricts the vessels again, triggering what's called cerebral autoregulation. But for older adults, those vessels are stiffer. They overreact. The result? Turbulent blood flow, sudden narrowing, and a greater chance of clot formation in weakened arteries. You might wake up foggy, wobbly, or short of breath. It's easy to dismiss, but that's your brain waving a quiet warning. To protect yourself, avoid raw onions at night, especially if you're on BP meds. Choose cooked onions instead. Heat weakens quercetin's effect. Pay attention to lightheadedness in the morning. It's your body talking. Your brain doesn't need surprises. It needs smooth, steady flow, especially when you're asleep. Garlic, the natural blood thinner. You're doing all the right things. Eating clean, trusting nature, listening to your doctor. Garlic? It feels like the perfect choice. Natural, ancient, full of promise. But after 60, when your body's balance becomes delicate, even a healing food can tip the scale. Garlic works by reducing platelet aggregation. That means your blood cells become less sticky. Good news if you're preventing clots. But if you're already on medications like aspirin, warfarin, or clopidogrel, garlic can multiply their effect. The result? Blood that's too thin. Tiny vessels, especially in the brain, become fragile. A minor bump or unnoticed strain can turn into silent internal bleeding. No pain, no warning, just dizziness, confusion, or worse. The biggest risk? Garlic supplements. These concentrated capsules pack far more active compounds than food. They bypass your digestive filters and act faster, sometimes unpredictably. Cooked garlic, however, loses much of its blood-thinning power. In meals, it's safer, gentler, more aligned with your body's pace. What should you do? Never mix garlic pills with blood thinners without medical advice. Watch for bruises, nosebleeds, or persistent fatigue. Your body whispers before it screams. Stick to food-form garlic and balance it within your meals. Nature can heal, but only when it respects your biology. Wisdom isn't just choosing healthy, it's choosing smart. If even vegetables, those lifelong symbols of health, can quietly raise your stroke risk after 60, what can you trust? The answer isn't fear. It's timing, pairing, and physiology. After 60, your cells absorb nutrients more slowly. Your kidneys conserve less water. Your blood thickens slightly with each missed glass. And your medications interact with food more directly than before. So here's the plan, built for the body you have now, not the one you had 20 years ago. Shift your greens to daylight. Morning and midday, your circulation is strongest. Blood moves faster. Digestion runs hotter. Vegetables are broken down more efficiently, and hydration buffers their effects. Avoid raw or diuretic vegetables at night. Leafy greens like romaine, onions, or spinach at night, especially with BP or blood thinner meds, can unbalance your body while it sleeps. That's when most strokes occur, during the quiet hours when hydration dips and vessels relax. Hydration isn't optional, it's oxygen. Your brain depends on water-rich plasma to deliver nutrients. And not just plain water, minerals too. Think cucumbers, citrus, and light broths. Each sip helps blood flow like silk, not syrup. Balance wins over trends. Forget superfoods. What your aging cells need is consistency. Lightly steamed veggies, gentle proteins like tofu or poached eggs, low-sugar fruits like berries, a little brown rice, not for carbs, but for brain fuel. Think of your body as an old violin. It doesn't need more strings, it needs tuning. Predictable rhythms, balanced intake, kind choices. You're not chasing youth, you're mastering wisdom. Eat with presence, and your body will play its music for years to come. What nourished you at 40 may no longer serve you at 70. That doesn't mean your body is broken. It means it's wiser. And wisdom asks for awareness. After 60, every bite you take speaks directly to your cells. Your blood vessels grow more fragile. Your filtration slows. Medications, food, and even hydration interact in ways they never used to. But this isn't a warning. It's a wake-up. Because just a few small shifts can change everything. Drink that extra glass of water. Move your salad to midday. Read the fine print on that supplement label. Not out of fear, but out of respect for the body that's carried you this far. You don't need perfection. You need rhythm, kindness, attention. You don't need to do everything. You just need to start noticing what your body has been trying to tell you. Your brain isn't asking for a miracle. It's asking for consistency. Your heart doesn't want a cure. It wants calm, clean flow. This isn't about restriction. It's about liberation from habits that no longer fit the body you now inhabit. If this message made you pause, even for a moment, let us know in the comments. Share your story. Someone else might need it. And if you found value here, subscribe, because in the next video, we'll explore the foods that protect not just your heart, but your memory. Your next chapter deserves clarity, strength, and peace. And it starts with the next bite.